Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
So what I want to do here is revisit Back to the Future, the board game, and I want to talk about it a little bit more. So if you haven't seen my original review, I would say go back and watch that, and this is me after some more plays. And I just kind of want to comment on it again because I got some more plays of it. This theme, and that's one thing I want to strike at, this theme is going to attract gamers. People are going to want to sit down, especially non-gamers, and they'll play a Back to the Future game with you. It's very easy to get people in. The artwork is cartoon versions of scenes of the movie. I don't know what they were going for there. But for the most part, if it's supposed to be Marty, you can figure out it's Marty, and Doc is Doc. I mean, it's not a stretch at all. That's Marty. That's Biff. So that's good. And I think somehow it works, and I like that. As for the game itself, you are going back in time, and there's pluses and minuses to being in 55 versus 2015, I believe, versus 1985. I mean, there are, you don't get to draw cards in 55, or you can draw two in 2015, and you have to move around. The game, it just feels like, and I'm going to recommend to purge it, it just feels like it's so forced. So to play a Marty card, I have to take Marty, but I might not want his power at all. I might want Doc's power. I kind of see why that's there, to make it a game so you're just not playing cards constantly. And you have to make, I don't know if it's a hard decision, it's an unfortunate decision, where I really need Doc, but I can't, so I gotta play a Marty card, so I have to take Marty even though I don't want his ability, or don't need his ability. If that's fun, so be it. I don't know if that's the greatest mechanism that's going on. The time cards are really bland. They just have the names. I need to get 1955. Here are the three people that I need to be there, and there may be a blurb about it on it. I would have liked something more thematic, like there's a picture of the big swing that he does when he knocks out Biff. So I need Biff, Lorraine, and George there. That would make a lot of sense. It's there in words. I just wish it was there in art. So that pulls me out a little bit. I got the DeLorean Hot Wheel with it. That's pretty neat. Very thematic. The components are very good. The game is just boring. It's really a matter of drawing the right cards and getting enough to discard cards to play cards. It's this really weird thing where you have to ripple cards. And I think thematically that's coming out of the space-time continuum, but they score victory points for you. But there's no rhyme or reason for it. There's no story arc. You're not saying, oh, George hits Biff and gets to marry Lorraine, so Biff married Lorraine, that card comes out and scores for you. That would make thematic sense, right? Or if he swung and missed and Biff marries Lorraine, that stays in, and the card where George hits him is out. That would make more thematic sense. This way, it's just I'm scoring victory points. And I think the game's theme is great, that it brings you in, but it hinders you once you're playing because it all just kind of melts away, and I'm looking at numbers and names and words and not a story. Where the other Back to the Future card game, while probably not as good a game as this one, it felt more like I was changing the story the way the cards were up. I don't want to talk too much about that. At the end of the day, if I was being honest, this game is just boring. It's a lot of drawing cards, hoping you get the right ones, and you're able to get the DeLorean where you need to play it. We played it some more, and during the game, people just lost interest. You came for the theme, and you want to stay for the game. You came for the theme left before you were done playing. It left the party. It wasn't even there anymore. and there really isn't much of a game. And I hate to say that. I really do. The funny part is I did a review of this, and it was a Purge. And it hung around here for a little bit. And I was like, you know what? We need to play a quick game. I think the Back to the Future theme will bring them in. Let's try it out. And it just bombs over and over and over again. It's not a good game. Steer clear. Go a different route. If you just got to be the biggest Back to the Future fan in the world, so be it. But I think you're going to be disappointed. If you want this game at all, try it before you buy it. That's my biggest recommendation. But those are really the negatives, and the positives that I can see after multiple plays. I'm going to go ahead and purge it. It's going to leave my house this time. Say goodbye to Back to the Future.